Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Paul, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. It's a Sunday night edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call where you make the call. As always, it's 412-575-2500, 2600. Make that off one number. You can also tweet me tonight at KD Pomp. We're here until 11 o'clock, and then join us tonight after the late news for the #1 Cochrane Sports Showdown. Always a lot of good opinions, and my panel tonight will include Tim Benz, Chris Mack, and Paul Zeiss. In the meantime, it's just you and I talking, and what a day for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Or should I say soon-to-be first-place Pittsburgh Steelers. They have a bye week. They sit around watching TV like most everyone did, and what happened? They saw every team in their division lose, beginning with the Cleveland Browns, who once again had to go to overtime. It's the fourth overtime of the year for them. They missed an opportunity to win the game at one point in that fourth quarter, and then they saw Tampa try a 41-yard field goal as time expired. That was no good, so they go to OT, and the same guy who missed the 41-yarder hits a 59-yarder. It is the longest field goal ever to win a game in overtime. That's right, Chandler Catarenzo, and he was said he missed a point after, if I believe early in that game. He missed a 41-yard, and then he makes the 59-yarder. And Cleveland loses again. So they'll be in here next Sunday, and the Steelers will be anxious to see them after what happened in Week 1 when they had a lead and let them get back into it and settle for a tie in overtime. The question will be, is Le'Veon Bell going to be around this week at all, or if ever? Art Rooney II, the president of the team, talked to NFL Network today and pretty much ruled out a trade. He said he's either going to be here or that's it. So they've discounted moving him, but you would expect at some point him here, whether it's this week, whether it's week 10, whatever the case may be, just to get that final service year of credit. And if he doesn't do it, he would put the Steelers in a real interesting position in the offseason. So I would expect he'd be in sometime this week. That's what I'm going to expect. We'll see what we see tomorrow. First day of the practice. It's an extra practice day for them after this bye week, as they get Tuesday then off, back to work Thursday through Saturday. 412-575-2600. So after the Browns lose, the Ravens at home against the New Orleans Saints. And when you saw them play, you figured, well, they're going to win this game the way. No, not so fast. Drew Brees had another good day at the office, but Joe Flacco came down and hit John Brown with what looked like the game-tying touchdown, and they were going to be in overtime, another overtime. By the way, this is 7 straight weeks the NFL has had at least one overtime game. And that is a record. Actually, it was a record last week, so they added to their record with another overtime game this week. Could have been 2, but of all things, a guy you never would expect miss a point after misses one. In fact, Justin Tucker had never missed one. 300 attempts in his career. He misses the extra point. And so Baltimore stunningly loses that game 24-23 to the Saints. And tonight, if you're watching this right here, right now on our show, you probably tuned away from the Kansas City-Cincinnati game, which was flexed to be in this position. And yet what happened? Not worth it for NBC to do that because Cincinnati looks terrible. Marvin Lewis, 16 years on the job, once again seems to be in the same situation. Team started a little bit quickly and now is just floundering back. The Steelers are going to be in first place tonight by not playing. 38-7 currently. Pat Mahomes and company are ripping up that Bengals defense, and Vontaze Burfict looks lost out there. So he got fined $112,000. I'm sure a lot of you would like to talk about that fine. Feel free to call and let us know. There was also an interesting game today in the morning out in London. It was actually afternoon their time. But it was the Chargers, who are real good, by the way, and it looks like the balance of power in the AFC is going to be New England, and then you have to go to the West. Kansas City and San Diego, well, L.A., I keep calling them San Diego. The Chargers, you know who I'm talking about. They won 20-19, but only because Mike Vrabel, the Tennessee head coach, had gotten a touchdown to make it 20-19, 30 seconds left in the game, and instead of kicking the extra point, he decided, I'm going to go for it right now. I'm going to go for 2 and try to win this game before clock expires, and he missed. So they lose 20-19. Do you like coaches that do that? And if Mike Tomlin were to do the same, would you agree or disagree? 412-575-2600 is the number to call. I want to congratulate the Pitt women's volleyball team. They won again today against number 21 Louisville at the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse over in Oakland. They win in 4 sets. It was a struggle because that's a pretty good team they beat, but they're still undefeated. 22-0, ranked 6th in the country, so kudos to them and what they've been able to do. We'll talk about all this and more. Penguins are off. They haven't played a game since last Thursday and won't play again until Tuesday. But if you'd like to talk some hockey and maybe talk about Sidney Crosby, no goals in 6 games, or Anything else in the way of Penguin hockey, let me know. Call us right now. It is the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. This is the Bordas and Bordas Hotline, and we return right after this. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.